I've been on a mission this week to come up with some easy sewing projects that are fun, easy to make, and would also make great gifts using this key fob hardware and the pliers. Let's take a look. I'm going to keep the actual projects a mystery, but there's some clues with the materials here. If you're going to make the project for the pen, you'll need to cut the material 12 inches by 5 inches. If you'd like to make the project with the larger Nivea lip balm, then you need to cut the fabric 7 inches by 6 inches. If you're using the smaller size lip balm, then you need to cut the fabric 7 inches by 5.5 inches. You'll also need the 1-inch key fob hardware along with the pliers, as well as matching thread. You also need your iron and a sewing machine, along with a few other sewing tools here and there. Before we start, here's a sneak peek of next week's tutorial. There may be a zip involved. Okay, to get started, I'm going to grab the iron. I'm going to fold the piece of fabric, long edges together, and iron. Next, I'm going to open that up and fold the long edge into the middle and iron again. This is called hot dog style. Once that's done, I'm going to fold the fabric back together and give it one last press. Now I'm going to set my machine to a straight stitch, and anywhere between 2.5 to 3.5 stitch length will be fine. Now the next step will be to unfold the strip that you have sewn and fold it back the other way with right sides together. And I'm sewing this with about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Don't forget to reverse stitch at the beginning and the end. Next, I'm snipping off the excess fabric at both corners, and I'm just going to do a little snip where that iron crease is in the middle, and I'm just going to repeat those steps on the other end. Next, I'm going to fold the strip right side out, and I'm going to use the purple thang tool to push the corner out nicely. You can use a chopstick or something similar to do that if you don't have one. And then I'm just tucking in that extra fold of fabric. And then repeat those steps on the other end. Next, I'm going to top stitch around the whole strip using a 1/8 inch seam allowance. You'll need to pivot at each corner, so don't forget to make sure the needle is down every time you do this. I'm also using the purple thang to help guide the fabric through so it doesn't get stuck on these short ends. Be sure to reverse stitch at the beginning and the end of your top stitching. On the strap for the pen, I'm going to bring the short end up so it's about 2 inches away from the other short end. And I'll just add a couple of clips to stop it from moving. The strips for the lip balm will be folded up so they're 1.5 inches from the top. Next, I'm going to sew over those overlapping edges, making sure to reverse stitch at the beginning and the end. And I'm going to repeat that on the other side. Next, I'm just going to snip off any thread tails. And now it's time to put on the key fob hardware. Make sure the little prongs are facing away from you. I'm going to line up the strip and give it a good squeeze. And if you haven't guessed already, this is a pen holder. So you can attach these to a lanyard and they'd make a great gift for teachers or anyone who's on the move that would need a pen at any moment. I'm just going to attach the hardware to the smaller versions, and if you haven't guessed by now, these are little lip balm or chapstick holders. These would be handy to attach to a bag so your lip balm is always easy to find. And if you haven't seen it already, be sure to check out my last tutorial for these wristlet key fobs. So, what are your thoughts about these easy sewing projects using the key fob hardware? Let me know in the comments down below. If you have any other ideas on what you can make with the key fob hardware, then let me know as well and I'll check it out. Now don't forget, I've put affiliate links for most of the products I've used in the description box down below, and I truly thank you if you choose to use those affiliate links. That's all for today. Until next time, happy sewing.